You are listening to the Vibrant Life Podcast, episode 57.
The Vibrant Life.
Hey, you. Guess what? I'm back. It's true. My name is Emily Romrell, and after several weeks of being MIA, I'm happy to be here with you again for another episode of the Vibrant Life Podcast. Thanks for being patient with me, guys. You know, life is messy for all of us, and all we can do is our best. But I'm psyched to be back on an upswing, and I'm happy to be back sharing some more thoughts with you today. I've been in a slump dealing with some personal struggles, but as I've grown older, I'm realizing that that's okay. In my past, I've been really hard on myself when I've fallen into various funks, and I kind of developed this limiting belief that I should always be climbing straight upward towards my best self, right? But not only is that unrealistic, it's also exhausting and depressing. So I think it's important to realize that it's okay to have little periods of rest and slumpiness, I guess. For years, when I found myself in a slump, which is inevitable from time to time, I would really beat myself up. So if you can relate, I'm giving you permission right now to stop it. Today's topic is unslumping yourself. And the very first step is to be gentle with yourself. So I'm here to tell you it's okay to fall down sometimes. We all do. And talking of that, are you a Batman fan? I am for sure. And I love this recurring theme from Batman Begins with Christian Bale. Side note, Christian Bale will always be the best Batman, in my opinion. But at the beginning of the movie, Bruce Wayne literally falls down into a well as a kid and gets hurt. And his father rescues him and explains, "Why do we fall, Bruce? So we can learn to pick ourselves up." And then that is a theme throughout the movie. And later, when Bruce is an adult, he's again found himself in a very low place. Not, at the literal bottom of a well, but just in life. And his faithful Alfred reminds him again, "Why do we fall, sir? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up." And that's a hard lesson to learn, but all of us, I think, in this life are required to learn it repeatedly. I've always been a lover of stories, whether it's Batman or whatever, and the most important story for each of us is our own life. In my personal journey over the last few years, I have become intimately aware of how important it is to own your story, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because when you truly own your past and where you've come from, you gain the power that comes from that acceptance. And then after acceptance comes accountability, right? And when you own your story, you also realize that you have the power to create your future. And a major part of owning your story is realizing that you're going to fall down and get into scrapes, and you're going to get beat up. Another great story in another fantastic movie, Rocky Balboa. Not to be confused with Rocky. This is like, I think, the 5th or the 6th movie when, what's his name? Milo, I can't even say it, Ventimiglia or something. He's the This Is Us guy. He plays his son in the movie. He's a good actor too. But he kind of is jealous of Rocky because he's his dad. And Rocky says, "Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done." And I love that. And if you watch the Rocky movies, that's, again, the theme in every Rocky movie is that he can just take a beating and keep on going. And so that's basically what I'm talking about today, is unslumping yourself. We all get into slumps, so don't beat yourself up. Life does that enough already. But the question then becomes, how do you go about unslumping yourself? And it definitely does take some effort, but I have a few suggestions. The first suggestion is clean up your surroundings. And I'm not the cleanest person in the world, but I am usually pretty good about keeping a nice home and taking care of the basic chores. But I know that when I do fall into an occasional funk, I tend to let things go. And the truth is, my friends, that our outer environment affects us dramatically. Have you ever stopped to notice that even though you may not enjoy the work, you often feel satisfied after getting a job done? Somehow, when you clean up your surroundings, you also shine up your spirit in the process as well. And if you're looking around yourself right now and feeling overwhelmed, no worries. Don't stress about how much you have to do or how long that work is going to take. Start small. That's the best advice I have. And even when you're just moving from room to room, look for the things that are out of place that you can set right as you go. Just grab a little bit of trash, throw it in the garbage can, pick up some clothes, whatever. And as you do that, little by little, your house is going to get straightened out. And then you will start feeling better, I promise. And the cool thing is that I found when I actually do get going, I keep going. It's all about getting some momentum, right? And, then you keep on going and it gets done a lot faster than you maybe expected. Putting your outside in order really does help your insides so much. Second thing I want to talk about is going outside, which definitely relates to the previous suggestion. And just think about it. How long has it been since you spent more than 20 minutes outside? Humans are basically houseplants with complicated emotions, and we need sunshine and fresh air to thrive. I've seen a lot of jokes about going on walks for mental health, but joking aside, it works. Again, start small. You don't have to run a marathon or anything. I mean, if you want to train for a marathon, more power to you. That's awesome. But if you're just trying to get back on top of things, just start by going outside. Literally smell the flowers and admire the beauty in the world. Lay in the grass and watch the clouds like you're a kid again. I promise you will be rewarded if you try it. Got to spend a little time outside. The third thing I want to mention is phone a friend. Do you remember that game show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'm not sure if that's actually still going on or not. I really have no idea. It's been around for a long time, or it was on for a long time. And in the game show, it's a trivia type deal, and they have lifelines that you can get help with. And one of the biggest lifelines is phone a friend, right? And I think most of us have at least a couple of friends we can admit are wiser than we are. And phoning a friend is a lifeline in real life that more of us should take advantage of. Side note, texting is okay, but I would really encourage you to call or talk to a friend in person. There is something about hearing the voice of a person you care about that makes a big difference. If you're like me, it's really easy to get caught up in your own head and in your own thoughts. And friends are great to bounce ideas off of. They're there to just listen. They have shoulders you can cry on. And if you don't want to get all mushy, you can just hang out and have fun and, get out of that weird headspace. It makes me think of that James Taylor song, You've Got a Friend. And actually, I think Carole King wrote that song and she sings it too. But I think James Taylor is the one that really has the most famous popular recording. Anyway, I know I'm a nerd, but the song, it's like, just call out my name and wherever I am, I'll come running, you've got a friend. And we all want to be that kind of friend for the people in our lives, don't we? But it's just as important to let your friends be those people for you. And that's hard to remember sometimes, but it's true. Also, don't get caught up in the trap of thinking that your friends or family should magically know to check up on you. We all try to keep tabs on the people that we care about, but life is crazy. So one thing I'm learning and still working on, I'm definitely not perfect at it, is just reaching out and asking for what you need. And switch up that saying, don't wait, don't call us, we'll call you, and you go ahead and call them. Don't wait for them to call you, because it's important and they want to be there for you. You just got to let them know. Number 4 is listen to music, make some art, build something, cook something, just create. I love music and it's very cathartic for me. I love simply listening to good music, but also playing my guitar is really great therapy. I also love to cook or do anything creative, really. And if you are in a slump, you might want to think about how long it's been since you've created something. There is healing power in creation, and it doesn't matter what it is. So do whatever sounds fun for you. But when you can look at something and say, I made that, it's an incredible feeling. And it builds confidence, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just enjoy the experience, and you might find that slump slipping away. I know that these suggestions are not earth-shattering. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned all of those before on this podcast. But the truth is, it's these simple little basic things that make the biggest difference. And we kind of forget them when we're in slumps, right? We're not doing those basic self-care things that we need to do. And just kind of getting a reminder and starting slowly to build those back into our lives helps so much. The most important thing, though, my friends, is just don't give up. Be kind and be patient with yourself and just keep trying. And if you just keep trying that one more time, then things are going to get better. You know, some of the best life advice out there is from the famous Dr. Seuss. And I love that book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And he actually talks about slumps in that book. So I'm going to finish things out today with a little excerpt from that book. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly, it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on, and you'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Un-slumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're darked. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare stay out? Do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right? Or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite, or go back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start in to race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace, and grind on for miles cross weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or the waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of a guy. So my friends, I believe that you are that kind of a guy or a gal. And while it's okay to get in a slump now and then, don't stay there. Don't spend too long in that waiting place. take those basic steps to unslump yourself and get back on your way to living your vibrant life. I'm working on that myself. I know you can too. I hope you have a fantastic week, my friends. Take care and live the vibrant life.